Good morning, everybody. This is Sangeeta Saxena, editor, Aviation and Defense Universe, getting you live from Farnborough International Air Show 2026. Friends, this is day one, and my first interview of the day is Raghu from CNERZY, India. And welcome, Raghu, to ADU's chat room. And what is CNERZY doing here at Farnborough Air Show?
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Raghu Vinukollu. I'm the founder of CNERZY, and what are we doing? So we are actually trying to build an ecosystem from a manufacturing point of view. The idea is how do we connect people to ensure businesses succeed and supply chains are simplified through this platform that we are building. Now, what are we doing at CNERZY? At the Farnborough Air Show? It's all about meeting people, networking, and understanding what are the problems real time going on in the industry at this point of time, and see how is it that we can add value to that. So that's how we are here.
And Raghu, I would like my audience to understand, what does CNERZY actually do in plain and simple terms?
Well, if I were to keep it very simple, we are a platform which connects buyers and sellers. And the idea is not just the discovery part, but how is it that we are able to ensure that the entire execution of a requirement happens, specifically in the aerospace domain that we are talking about, ensuring the right compliance, ensuring the documentation. So how about I put it this way, peace of mind from an execution point of view. So a supplier and a buyer working together on a platform where they connect and we help them execute.
And is it localized to India?
Well, that's a very interesting question. While we started off with respect, I come from the India segment where I have considerable experience talking to the small and medium enterprises, working with them. But when we went in and started doing a lot of this thesis and market research, what we realized was that the problems that we are facing in India is like across globally also. So the idea here is that not kind of talking about one geography. What we are talking about is an ecosystem which kind of helps bring all of us together from a business point of view and collaborate and deliver what we are looking for from a business point of view. So to answer your question plain and simple, are we India focused? Yes and no both. Are we global? Yes, we are global.
And so at the moment, what is the stage and status of the company?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for asking that question. So, in fact, one of the main reasons of coming into Farnborough was I think it's time for us to go live with our platform. We are now ready with our MVP, and interestingly, we have done some pilots. We have successfully been able to deliver on what we committed both to the buyers and the sellers. So, slowly over the next couple of days, you will start hearing from us on social media and all from a platform launch point of view. So that's one of the things. So we're ready with the platform.
Right, and for such a job profile for a company, you also require a heavy data bank. So is that ready?
So heavy data bank. Now that's where I think it's very important to understand that in scenarios like what we are talking about, it's not the volume, it's about the value that we create for both the buyers and the sellers. There are many platforms and many marketplaces that are available where the discovery aspect is being covered, which is basically the volume of how many buyers, how many sellers. But what we are trying to do here is something which is very, very focused and dedicated to ensure that it brings in value. So is there data? Yes, we have the right data that we are talking about, both from a demand and from a supply point of view. And is that going to increase? Yes, the more we talk about it, it's going to be something that we want to increase. But the idea is not to look at volume per se, but what we're looking at is that how do we create value for both the buyers and the sellers.
Right. And, in a show like Farnborough, we've got people from all over the world. Have you focused on certain markets, and what do you plan to do here? Because here you'll find Africa, Americas, you can find Europe and Middle East and everybody who's anybody, Southeast Asia, India, of course. So how do you plan to, focus on these markets?
See, it's very interesting. Now, the thing is, if you look at the aerospace domain today, from the experience that I have, what I've realized is it's not something to do with geography per se, and it's more to do with the programs that we are talking about. Now these programs are split across various geographies depending upon what I touched upon earlier, the capacity, the capability, the skill matrix of these suppliers and sellers that we are looking at. So to say that, hey, I'm focusing on this geography or that geography would really not make sense. It's about going program centric. That's what I said. It's all about dedicated focus on what is it that we want to ensure that we deliver, both from a value to the buyers and to the sellers. So geographically, although we are US registered at this point of time as an organization, there's a huge demand coming in from India today. The aerospace, if you look at the uptick in the aerospace market today, it's humongous, and there's a lot of opportunities coming there. So today it's like, we're sourcing and we're looking at demand coming in from various geographies, and being a platform, an online platform, it's not easy to restrict it to one geography. I hope I've been able to
Absolutely. And would you like to add on to something? Anything I would have missed out on?
Well, I think you've touched upon all the aspects, but more importantly, from a perspective of the launch, again, I just want to highlight one point here that, again, it's also something that you touched upon from a volume point of view, from a data bank point of view. We don't want to really look at kind of going from a volume point of view. We want to keep it very, very dedicated and focused so that we are able to deliver value. So come look at us, visit us at www.CNERZY.com. It's CNERZY.com, and we will shortly be reaching out to you from a perspective of the launch communications and all.
Right. Thank you so much, Raghu. That was wonderful speaking with you.
Thank you
And
so
this
much.
is the beginning of ADU's India footprint on the day one of Vanbrugh Air Show. Wish you all the best with Synergy.
Thank you so much.